What's up YouTube? This is Tahar14 from Team TFB. I've got Darian here recording my video this time because quality last time was pretty terrible. And that was the deck profile of my KXXYZ Exceed. But I retired that deck for now until some more support comes out for it, some different twists. So I've got here a new deck that I took to locals this past Friday and managed to get top 8 with it. The only person that I lost to was actually G-Brew, who went with me that day. So it was great, it was fun, it was awesome. And here's my new deck, and it's GemKnights. So here we've got GemKnight Garnet, GemKnight Sapphire, and GemKnight Tourmaline. I only run 2 of the Tourmalines and 2 of the Garnets, and 3 Sapphires is because Sapphire has 0 attack, and that means he's a debris dragon target, which you'll see later in the deck, of course, and it can get me immediate exceeds if I so choose. And then I've got my GemKnight Crystal. I did run 2 in here. It got a little cluttered. It's great to have in your deck. It's great to have in your graveyard. It's just a nice beater if you need it. Alright, that was all the vanilla targets I have for GemKnights. I don't run Rabbit in here because that's what I consider meta GemKnights. It's what everybody's expecting. So I've got my little twist to it that you'll see here shortly. I've got my GemKnight Alexandrites. I tribute him, and you can get another vanilla GemKnight from your deck. So it's good deck thin. It's good to get a higher level out. You can get Crystal with it. 2 GemKnight Turtles. Without chain, without lovable chain, you need to put him in your deck because you need a faster way to get out Fusion. Also, he has 0 attack as well, so he's another debris dragon target, so another Exceed. Got 3 volcanic shells. I'm sure everybody knows about them for GemKnights if you've actually read on them. It's a pyro. Whenever he gets to the grave, you can deck thin. You can get one to your hand, pay 500 life, but you can get your Citrons out with him. It's great. He's also 100 attack, so you can synchro with Debris Dragon as well. Got 3 Thunder Dragons. Thunder attributes, so he's a target for Prismara. Another Fusion GemKnight. Also, you pitch him, you can get 2 more from your deck, so another great deck thinning card. A lot of people, whenever I pitch this first turn, they think it's Exodius Stall or something. They're kind of confused, so it's pretty awesome to use. And here's the little twist in the deck that's going to be kind of weird, but I'll try to explain it. And I run the Lightsworn. I've got 2 Raikos, 2 Lilas, and 2 Luminas at the moment. These guys destroy cards, these destroy back row, and these can special summon Lightsworns. But what I generally use them for is for the mill effect, so I can deck thin for one and for the other to mill GemKnight Fusions, because whenever GemKnight Fusions are in the grave, you can banish a GemKnight target and get it back to your hand, so you can just keep recycling it over and over. So it's a great thing to have in your deck at the moment. And when GemKnight Seraphie comes out, they're light, so you can fuse with them. Also got 2 Summoner Monks. Put them in defense mode. I pitched GemKnight Fusion as a spell card to special summon a level 4 from my deck. Like I said, GemKnight Fusion you can keep recycling over and over, so it's just great fodder for all these cards in my deck. And my Debris Dragon that I talked about. So he's level 4, he can bring out 500 or less attack from my graveyard, so I can target either Shell, Sapphire, or Turtle. So I can either go into a rank 4, or I could go into a level 5 Synchro. And there's my 3 GemKnight Fusions. There's basically the polymerization of the deck, and whenever it hits the grave, like I said, you can banish a GemKnight monster and get it back to your hand, so you just keep using it over and over. 2 DDRs. With GemKnight Fusion being able to recycle over and over, it's great fodder to use as this, because you have to discard a card to special summon a banished monster, and since I banished a ton of GemKnights, it's great to get them out over and over. Fusion. Right now, Master D is not out, but as soon as he gets out, you'll be able to mill 3 GemKnights to your grave, but right now you can only do 2, but it's still a good deck thin card. 1 charge of the Light Brigade. It's that extra mill and that extra deck thin. easier to get GemKnight Fusion out or get a Lightsworn into your hand. And 3 staple Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Heavy Storm. Pot of Avarice, because you get a lot of monsters in your grave really quick and you can get that extra draw power. And 2 Super Polys. With these I can OTK, and I can show you that in just a second. Okay, that was the deck, 40. Now for the extra deck. 3 GemKnight Citrons. Level 7 Fusion, need a Pyro and a GemKnight, and this is the main beater of the deck because whenever he attacks, your opponent cannot activate any cards in response until the end of the damage step, which means no Honest, no Limit Removal, no Mirror Force, and no flip effects or Sangan searches or any of that good stuff. So it's awesome to have 2200 attack, and with the power of super polymerization, if I have like 2 or more of these on the field, I get 3 attacks out, activate this, usually discard GemKnight Fusion as the fodder, and I can fuse another one and just attack again. 3 GemKnight Prismaras, the Thunder and the GemKnight. I can pop a face-up card, also level 7. GemKnight Amethyst, whenever he leaves the field, I can send 2 cards back row on my opponent's side of the field back to their hand. Elemental Hero Gaia and Elemental Hero Shining. I really hate Elemental Heroes. With Super Poly, I can take their own monsters and get them to myself. Draco Knight Ekeist. He can fuse with my Lavable Dragon right here, and just another warrior that I may happen to be playing against or something, so it's good to have. 2 Utopias for the rank 4. GemKnight Pearl as a rank 4. And number 11 Big Eye, rank 7, so it's really easy to get out with my GemKnight with my fusion monsters. Take control of my opponent's monsters. It gets me a lot of wins. That's how I pretty much topped this past Friday. And that was my extra deck. We're running out of time here, so I'm going to quickly go through my side. Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Gores, 2 T-Kings, 2 Electric Viruses, 2 Super Dynapackies, 1 Effect Veiler, 2 MSTs, 1 Mind Control, and 2 TTs. That's my deck profile, you guys. Subscribe, like, comment, anything you'd like to do. It'd be great, some feedback, and I'll see you later. Team TFB out.